Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and in today's video we are going to do a mathematics chapter, rational and irrational numbers, from grade 9 ICSE from Frank EMU books. We are going to be starting with exercise 1C. Question number 1 says, state with reason which of the following are certs. Now the first sub question is the cube root of 81. Before we start with this sub question, let's understand what are the conditions for a number to be a cert. Now let's suppose that this number, or we just taken an example here, b root of a is a cert. So what are going to be satisfied here? One, that b is going to be a natural number. So a natural number means a number that are counting numbers, that is starting from 1 to infinite. So this is going to be somewhere between 1 and infinite. It can also be 1. And a has to be a positive rational number. That means the number has to be either terminating or it has to be repeating. It should not go on forever like pi. And the number under the root sign is known as the radicand. Okay, and the whole number has to be an irrational number. So let's see and solve this question here. Now the order here is a natural number. Okay, it's coming between 1 and infinite, and the radicand here is a positive rational number. So we'll know right off the bat that 81 is a positive number and a rational number. Now the cube root of 81 is an irrational number. How is that possible? Because if you calculate the fourth root of 81, it's 3, but the cube root of 81 is going to be a bit confusing. So we can say that cube root of 81 is a cert. Now let's move on to the second sub question that says the square root of 140. Now why did I say square? Because when nothing is mentioned in the order, it's understood that it is 2. So the square root of 140. Now order 2 is a natural number, and the radicand 140 is also positive rational number, and the square root of 140, if you calculate, you're not going to find it in proper numbers or in a rational number. It's going to be an irrational number. It's a decimal that's either repeating, non-repeating, that is going to go on forever, or non-terminating. It's almost the same thing. And therefore we can say that the square root of 140 is a cert, because all three conditions are being satisfied here. Let's move on to the third sub question. So guys, moving on to the third sub question. The question says fourth root of 240 into the fourth root of 40. Now what the rule of multiplying these numbers says, that when two numbers are having the same order, you can multiply the numbers under the root sign or the radicands. Multiplying 250 and 40, we are getting 10,000. So fourth root of 10,000. Now if we check for the three rules for a number to be a cert, the order 4, in our case it's 4, that is a natural number, and the radicand 10,000 is a positive rational number. These two rules are satisfied. But let's look at the third rule. It says that the fourth root of 10,000, for the number to be a cert, it has to be an irrational number. But here the fourth root of the number 10,000 is 10, because 4 zeros, and 10 raised to anything is the number of zeros that we have to add after 1. So fourth root of 10,000 is 1, and that's a rational number. So here we can say that the fourth root of 250 into the fourth root of 40 is a rational number, or what you can write is that fourth root of 250 into the fourth root of 40 is not a cert. The both of them will be accepted for this question, because they are asking if the number is a cert or not. You can either mention rational numbers or certs. Let's move on to the fourth sub question. It says third root of 9 into the third root of 24. Now again we'll multiply 9 and 24 as the order is same. Multiplying the radicands, we are gonna get 216. If you know your cube roots and cubes and cube roots, you're gonna know that the cube root of 6 is 216. So already we know that the number is a rational number. What you can do is you can directly write the third root of 216 is a rational number. So this number is not a cert. But what I have done is I have mentioned all the three rules for you to understand. You can just directly write what is not related to the clues or what is not related to the rules. Then you'll get the answer directly. So I have written the third root of 9 into the third root of 24 is a rational number, or like the above case you can write it's not a cert. Let's move on to the fifth question. the third root of 2 into the third root of 32. Now again multiply 2 and 32, that's 64. Again, if you know your cubes and cube roots, you're going to know that 64 is the cube of 4. So you can directly write that cube root of 64 is a rational number, and hence this number or this number, third root of 2 into the third root of 32, is not a surd or it's a rational number. But again, I have mentioned all three rules, and if it satisfies them or not, just so you can check your answer. I guess it will be better if you write all three rules, so it's gonna be a bigger answer and more, it's going to be more to the point and more understandable. Now moving on to the sixth sub question, the root of 3 plus root of 5. Now this means that we have the number 3 plus root of 5, and we are going to take the square root of that. Again, we know that when nothing is mentioned, it's square root. So we have the order 2, that is a natural number, that is satisfied. The radicand 3 plus root 5 is not a positive rational number. So it has to be a positive rational number, but this is not a positive rational number. And the root of 3 plus root 5 is an irrational number. So if you write it is a surd, it's going to be a wrong answer. So we need to add it is not a surd. But we can't write it's a rational number, because the root of this number is not a rational number if you calculate it. The ones which I wrote, it's a rational number for those, when we take the root of the number, we are going to get a rational number. But here, in this case, it's not going to be a rational number. So you have to write it is not a surd. Sorry, we have to write a after not. Okay. So moving on to the seventh sub question, root of pi plus 1. In the solution, we write the order 2 is a natural number. The radicand pi plus 1 is not a positive rational number, but this number is also an irrational number. So again, what we do here, it's not a surd. If you write it's a surd, we are going to get a wrong answer. That's going to be the wrong answer. So we add it's not a surd. Now we take fifth root of 243. Okay, so we can directly write that the fifth root of 243 is a rational number. So if you want, you can calculate and write down what is it, but for your information, I'm telling you it's a rational number. So we can write fifth root of 243 is a rational number. Now this answer will be accepted here, because this is that when we take the fifth root of this number, it's going to give us 3. But if it's the case like pi plus 1 or 3 plus root 5, we can't write it's a rational number, because we won't get a rational number when we calculate the roots of these numbers. So let's move on to the next question. So guys, here we are at the ninth sub question. This is a bit long question, so it might be a bit boring for you guys, but the rest of the questions are small, so it will be interesting. Now the ninth sub question says root of 3 minus root of 2. Okay, so root of 3 minus root of 2 is one number, and we are taking the root of that number, the square root of that number. So let's see. The order 2 is a natural number, and the radicand root 3 minus root 2 is not a positive rational number. Okay, so and root of root 3 minus root 2 is an irrational number. So is this a surd? Will this statement be correct? Obviously it is not a surd, so we have to write it's not a surd, otherwise the answer is going to be wrong again. Now let's move on to the 10th sub question. It's square root of the cube root of 5. So if you know, like if you have done exponents, you know that whatever is in the root, if we write 1 by whatever the order is, or we take the inverse of the order, you can write it as a power. Now to calculate, what you can do is write 5 to the power 1 by 3 whole to the power 1 by 2. That is going to be 5 to the power 1 by 6. Now again, take the inverse and put it as a root. So we'll have 6 root of 5. That's what we have taken here. Solution. This number will be simplified as 6th root of 5. The order is a natural number, that is, it comes between 1 and infinite. It's not a 0 or a negative number. The radicand 5 is a positive rational number, and the 6th root of 5 is an irrational number. Now this is a surd. Okay, that is because the number all three rules are satisfied with this number. So now we have to write what is in the question, not this number. So square root of the cube root of 5 is a surd. Now let's move on to the 11th sub question. Root of minus 9. Now the order 2 is a natural number. That is okay. But the radicand minus 9 is not a positive rational number. Okay, so it's not a positive rational number because one, it's not positive only, so it's not a positive rational number. Now the root of minus 3 is an irrational number. So root of minus 9 is an irrational number. So root of minus 9 is not a surd, as it is not a positive rational number, which it has to be as the second rule of the number being a surd. So guys, let's move on to the 12th sub question. Now the number is this in the question, it's too long. The order 2 is a natural number and the radicand 0.04004004 is an irrational number. Now it's an irrational number, you can say this because it's non-repeating and non-terminating. So it's an irrational number, or you can also write not a rational number. And obviously if it's an irrational number, its root is also going to be an irrational number only. So we can say that this is a surd? No, we can't say. We have to say this is not a surd. If you write this is a surd, it will be wrong because it's not, agreeing with the second rule. So we write this is not a surd. Now let's move on to the 13th sub question. Third root of 7 to the power of 6. Now what you can do here is, I have shown the steps here. We are going to take the inverse of 3, that is 1 by 3, and put it as a power into 6. Now what is this going to be? If 7 raised to a raised to b, then it's going to be 7 raised to a into b. Now a is 1 by 3 and b is 6. So we can write that 6 by 3. And 6 by 3 is nothing but 2. 7 to the power 2, we can write that 7 to the power 2 is 49. And 49 is not a surd. So we write third root of 7 raised to 6 is not a surd. It's simple as that. Or you can write 49 is a rational number. That is also going to be accepted here, as both are going to be one and the same for this question. We are proving that it's not a surd or it's a surd. Okay, moving on to the 14th sub question. Third root of 7 by 5. Okay, the order 3 is a natural number, right? And the radicand 7 by 5 is a positive rational number. Now how? Rational number means it has to be written in the form p by q, and it's not negative, it's positive because there is no minus sign or negative before any of the numbers. So the third root of 7 by 5 is an irrational number. That is understood because there is no root for 5, cube root for 5, or there is no cube root of 7. So it's an irrational number. So we can write, therefore, the third root or the cube root of 7 by 5 is a surd. So guys, that was it for this question number 1 for chapter 1, rational and irrational numbers, class 9 ICSE. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and sure comment me down below that you liked it or not, or any other suggestions. And I'd also like to thank Aryan Singh, who suggested this video. So thanks for suggestion and the support you're giving. Thank you.